President Uhuru Kenyatta has declined to appoint a tribunal to investigate bribery allegations against Supreme Court Judge Justice Philip Tunoi, citing a pending judicial consideration on Justice Tunoi's retirement age. A letter by the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Joseph Kinyua, to the Chief Justice, Dr. Willy Mutunga, says forming a tribunal as recommended by the Judicial Service Commission would create a constitutional crisis. State House says it shall await the outcome of the judicial process before processing the JSC's petition. Rita Tinina begins our coverage tonight.
As time ticked away to the 14-day deadline for the appointment of a tribunal to investigate bribery allegations against Supreme Court Judge Justice Philip Tunoi, the Judicial Service Commission and State House engaged in a back and forth over the petition. The JSC insisting it had submitted all the required documents. State House, on the other hand, saying it had not received all crucial documents, making it difficult for the president to appoint a tribunal. A tribunal will not be formed, at least not just yet, and it has nothing to do with missing documents. A letter by the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Joseph Kinyua, to Chief Justice Dr. Willy Mutunga cites an ongoing case at the Court of Appeal in which Justice Tunoi is challenging his retirement age. Justice Tunoi lost the battle at the High Court, which ruled that judges should retire at the age of 70 as stipulated under the new constitution. But in his appeal, Justice Tunoi, who is 72 years old, argues he was appointed judge under the old constitution, which set the retirement age at 74 years. In the letter, State House says, at this particular moment in time when the appeal is still pending and where the status of the judge is subject to judicial consideration, implementing the recommendation of the JSC in line with Article 168 would create a constitutional crisis. We therefore propose that we await the outcome of the judicial process, after which we shall process the petition as required by the Constitution and the law, concludes the letter. A decision that may have thrown the country into uncharted territory.
The Constitution does not anticipate any circumstances or any situations where, once the Judicial Service Commission has made a recommendation that a tribunal be formed, that the same can be declined or the president can give a different view about it. So what we have here now is a situation where we are in untested waters. The president has a different opinion from the JSC. What next? A stalemate. What is that stalemate? A constitutional crisis.
If the Court of Appeal rules that Justice Tunoi should have retired at 70, the establishment of a tribunal will be rendered unnecessary. But before the case is determined,
I think only one man can save us from the constitutional crisis, and that's Tunoi himself. And the choice that Tunoi has is to resign.
Rita Tinina, KTN News.